Hello, I'm Harry freaking me. Remember it? No, you don't have to. And am I the only one who thinks that a series of unfortunate events is kind of overrated? For those of you who don't know, a series of unfortunate events was a book series which was written all the way back in the 90s to the early 2000s by author Lemony Snicket, aka Daniel Handler. And the series would follow these three children called Violet, Clark and Sunny, who lose their parents in a house fire and would be taken in by an evil count named Olaf, who would always try and steal the fortune that they would inherit once they come of age. The series would consist of 13 books, yes, 13, a movie starring Jim Carrey of all people playing Count Olaf, and a TV show on Netflix consisting of 3 seasons. What do I think of the series as a whole? Honestly, it's not great. Now, the reason why I think it's overrated is because the series tends to get overboard with the doom and gloom, and I get that that's the point. It's called a series of unfortunate events, but they do the same thing for the the first 7 books, where they have Count Olaf disguising himself as this cool, nice guy individual in order to try and kidnap the children and win the Guardian's trust. Someone dies in the series, and Count Olaf almost takes the children, but then it fails, but then manages to get away. Rinse and repeat. This happens consistently, and they don't really add anything new to it. There's a new disguise for Count Olaf every week, but I don't know, he doesn't seem to try anything else. I think it would have been really cool if he'd just up and taken the children at some point. And I guess he did that in the 12th book, but by then it was too little too late. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think the series is all bad. I think Count Olaf is a great villain, and the Baudelaire children are very likeable. But then you've got characters like Mr. Poe, Aunt Josephine, and I forget his name. I think his name is Sir. I think they just call him Sir, the guy who works at the old mill in the 4th book, and he's always smoking. Honestly, it's really hard to root for all these characters when they seem to do nothing but swim in a cesspool of doom and gloom. I get maybe it's meant to reflect the real world, but there's a difference between representing what people are like in real life and then just portraying them as complete idiots for no reason. How is Mr. Poe not seen through Count Olaf's disguise for the 5th time? I genuinely never understood that. Why on earth did they hire him to take care of the children when he does a really crap job at it? Now, my main issue with the series as a whole is that by the time we get to, the 9th, 10th book, the mystery isn't even impactful anymore, it's just dull. It'd be like if Marvel executives kept Peter Parker in limbo and always had him be a teenager and be miserable and never be happy. Oh wait, they already do that. Even the VSG mystery is anticlimactic. And yeah, it does make sense to the story, but to me, Volunteer Fire Department just felt weak. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Yeah, it does make sense to the story, and I can already sense that someone in the comments is gonna go, well, that's the point, Harry, duh. But to me, I just think making the series so grounded and realistic kind of limits what you can do with a mystery like this. Even by the 13th book, the Baudelaires seem to be down on their luck, and there doesn't seem to be a happy ending. I get maybe that the series was trying to stand out from other books, but I don't know what the message for this series is. Is it that people can't be trusted and you're better off on your own? That's not really a message you want to be sending to your target demographic. And also Count Olaf is a weird, not redemption, but a sudden change of heart by the end of the 13th book. And I guess it's meant to imply that he is like Professor Snape, where we hate him at the start of the series and like him by the end. But honestly, I don't like that about this ending for Count Olaf. I think it would have just been better for one of the Baudelaires to snap and kill him, and maybe they would have had a final face-off. What worked about Professor Snape was that he was in it from the start. Like, he was a complex character. Count Olaf is just a literal piece of shit who suddenly got a change of heart because Lemony Snicket doesn't seem to have had an idea of how to finish off his character. It would have been great for maybe one of the Baudelaire children to have a final face-off with Olaf, and maybe one of them just snaps and kills him. That would have been a great way to end the series, I think, and maybe they could have gone somewhere and finally found a family to look after them. I don't know. I know it's a cliche, cheesy, happy ending, but in my opinion, it would have been better than the one we got. But what do you think? Do you agree with my opinions, or do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. Honestly, I think the fact that Lemony Snicket's series of unfortunate events was so grounded in reality, I think that limited what the series could do. And although I do like a grounded, realistic story, the point of a storybook is for it to be a way of escaping them. The point of any story is for it to be escaping them from reality. That's why I'm not really a fan of stories that try to be too realistic or too dark and grounded. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm Harry 3TV, remember, you don't have to.